The day starts off like any other. The morning light filters through the windows, casting a soft glow on the room. You wake up, stretch, and then the nausea hits hard. It's not the usual grogginess you get when you wake up too early. It's something deeper, like your whole body is trying to tell you something. You rush to the bathroom, barely making it before your stomach turns. The contents of your stomach spill into the toilet, and you grip the edge, trying not to collapse. Your body shakes, and all you can focus on is the tightness in your chest. This feels different. You had your fair share of late night snacks gone wrong, but this. From the bedroom, you heard Jungkook's voice calling out softly, his concern evident even from the other side of the door. Baby, are you okay? You take a shaky breath and push yourself to your feet. You wipe your face and look at yourself in the mirror, your reflection pale and damp with sweat. You try to steady yourself, trying to fight the wave of dizziness. I'm fine, you said aloud, even though you don't feel fine. All Jungkook is already there, standing just outside the bathroom, looking at you with a worried frown. He has dressed in his usual sharp dark suit, clearly ready for whatever business matters lie ahead. But his eyes are fixed on you. No, you're not, he says gently, stepping closer. His large, strong hands are warm against your skin as he reaches for your face, tilting your chin up to meet his gaze. You need to go to the doctor right now. You blink, swallowing hard. I'm fine, really. Probably just something I ate. You mumble, trying to downplay it, but your body betrays you with another wave of nausea. One, his voice is firm now, almost commanding, but with a softness that only Jungkook can manage. You have been sick for 2 days. I'm not letting you brush this off. We are going to the hospital right now. You try to argue, but you know when Jungkook has his mind made up, there is no changing it. You nod slowly, your head still spinning. Okay, you whisper, too weak to resist. He leans down, pressing against your forehead. Good, I'll get the car ready. Just don't try to hide it. Whatever it is, we will figure it out together. Yeah? You smile weakly at him, but inside you're a mess. This isn't just about a stomach bug. Something in your gut tells you that there is more to this than meets the eye. But you don't know what. You don't know if you are ready for whatever the doctor might say. The ride to the hospital feels endless. Jungkook doesn't say much, just keeps his eye on the road, every now and then glancing over at you with a quiet, concerned look. You stare out the window, watching the blur of the city pass by. Your thoughts are everywhere, spinning out of control. When you finally reach the hospital, you are led through the sterile halls, the air thick with antiseptic smells. The doctor checks you over, asking you a series of questions. You feel too tired to answer, too sick to care about anything other than getting out of here. Finally, the doctor leaves to run some tests, leaving you sitting alone in the cold examination room. You pull your knees to your chest, closing your eyes and trying to fight back the dizziness. After what feels like an eternity, the doctor walks back in with a smile. Well, Mrs. John, she says, flipping through a chart, it looks like you're in good health, but you're also pregnant, about 8 weeks along, in fact. Your breath catches in your throat and your mind blanks. Pregnant? The word hangs in the air, heavy with so much meaning. Pregnant. You blink, trying to process what the doctor said, but the world around you seems to be spinning. You look down at your stomach, at your body, at that teeny life that is growing inside you. You never saw this coming, not like this. Pregnant? You echo, your voice barely above whisper. The doctor nods, pulling up an ultrasound image on the screen. Yes, it's early, but everything seems to be progressing well. Congratulations. You take the ultrasound photo, still in shock, and clutch it to your chest. Your mind races. Jungkook is going to be a father. A part of you is overwhelmed with joy, but another part of you feels a gnawing fear. How is he going to react? You have barely even discussed having children. Is he ready? Does he want this? What if this changes everything? You leave the hospital in a haze, barely even noticing the way the nurse waves goodbye. You walk to the boutique across the street, not sure why. Maybe it's the pregnancy hormones, maybe it's just the overwhelming desire to buy something small, something special. You pick up a tiny pair of white leather baby shoes with silver stars on them. But as you make your way home, the knot in your stomach tightens. You still haven't told Jungkook, you still don't know how he will take it. When you reach the mansion, you are met with a strange feeling. The house feels too quiet, too still. You hear voices coming from Jungkook's study room. One of them is familiar Jimin's voice, and you know immediately this isn't going to be an easy conversation. You freeze at the door listening to their conversation. So, when you're two going to have kids, Jimin is teasing, voice floats out. You have been married for years now. Don't you think it's time? There is a pause before Jungkook answers, his voice flat and distant. We are not. Jimin laughs. What? Are you serious, man? You and Wine would make perfect parents. I don't want kids. Jungkook replies, his tone colder now. I don't want to bring a kid into this life. You don't hear the rest. Your legs give out, and you slump against the wall, clutching the ultrasound picture in your hands. You were wrong. He doesn't want this. He doesn't want your baby. You thought you knew Jungkook, or at least you thought you understood him, but those words, those cold, heartless words he spoke to Jimin, have shattered everything. You stand there in the hallway, the ultrasound photo clutched tightly in your shaking hands, your heart thumping painfully in your chest. I don't want kids. Jungkook's voice keeps echoing in your mind, and with each repetition the string grows sharper. He doesn't want your baby, he doesn't want your child. It's the worst possible thing you could have heard, and you know deep down that it's not about children, it's about something deeper, darker, about the life he has lived, about the danger that comes with being married to someone in his world. But hearing him say that he doesn't want to bring a kid into this life makes it feel like it's something personal. You back away from the study room, your mind racing with everything you have just heard. Every doubt, every fear, every unanswered question comes crashing down on you all at once. He doesn't want a family with you, he doesn't want your baby. You can feel the tears starting to rise, but you swallow them down. Your hand instinctively goes to your stomach protectively. The small life growing inside of you feels so real, so tangible, and yet you are filled with nothing but terror. What now? What do you do? Do you confront him? Do you tell him about the pregnancy? Will he force you to terminate? Will he push you away? You can't stay here. You can't live with this fear, with this uncertainty. You can't live with someone who might hate your baby, someone who might see your child as nothing but a liability. The thought alone makes your chest ache with pain. So you do the only thing you can think of, you pack your bags. You don't make a big production of it, you move quickly, your hands shaking, as you pull clothes from the closet and stuff into a suitcase. You don't have a plan, no destination, no idea of where you will go, but you can't stay not when the man you love, the father of your child, doesn't want your baby. As you pack, the tears come quietly, silently, without a sound. You wipe them away quickly, not wanting to give in to the overwhelming emotions. This isn't about you anymore, it's about the life inside of you. It's about protecting your baby from a world that might not want her. Your phone buzzes in your pocket, pulling you out of your thoughts. It's a message from Jungkook. How did the hospital visit go? What did the doctor say? Are you okay? You stare at the message, feeling a sharp, bitter laugh rise in your throat. He has no idea. He has no idea what he just did, what he just said, and it hurts. It hurts so much that you can't breathe for a moment. How can he text you like everything is normal? How can he be so sweet, so loving, while rejecting your baby? You can't respond to that. You can't tell him the truth, not yet. Not when everything is still so raw, so shattered. Instead, you lie, you type back. Just a stomach bug. Doctor gave me medicine. Feeling better. See you tonight. The lie tastes like poison, but it's the only way you can protect yourself right now. You can't tell him the truth, not when you are so broken, not when he's the one who is broken you. You finish packing in silence, your mind numb with pain. You pick up the ultrasound photos, holding them tightly as if they are the only thing left of your whole life. The teeny shoes you bought for your baby, the ones you were so excited to show Jungkook, are placed carefully in the suitcase too. You take one last look around the bedroom, at the bed where you shared your love, at the dresser where you kept his collar, the watch he gave you on your anniversary. All of it feels like a lie now. Everything you thought you knew about your life together feels like a distant dream. You walk to the desk and grab a piece of stationery, the kind with your initials embossed on it, and you try to write it. The pen feels heavy in your hand, the words stuck in your throat, but you force yourself to scribble a note. I'm sorry, please don't look for me. I have to do this. You place it on the pillow where he usually sleeps, next to his watch. Then slowly you can remove your wedding ring. It's beautiful, shining perfect. The symbol of everything you thought you had, but it feels like a chain now, like something that binds you to a life you can no longer live. You place the ring on the top of the note, close your notes for just a moment, and then turn away. You force your smile to leave, to walk out of the room that's held your dreams, your love, your future. You are not sure what you are doing, but you know you can't stay. Downstairs, you make your way to the front door. The mansion is too quiet. You pass by the security guards who don't question you. They know you, they know your face, they don't ask questions. You get to the car, open the door, and start the engine. Your phone buzzes again, but this time you don't look. You drive, your hands gripping the wheel so tightly, your knuckles turn white. You can't stay, you can't go back. As the mansion fades in your rear view mirror, so does the life you once thought was yours. Jungkook had just returned from a high-stakes meeting. The leaders of 7 organizations had agreed to a neat division of territories, ensuring peace in the southern district for at least another year. It should have been a victory, a moment to bask in success. You had been sick, and he had made you go to the hospital alone. Guilt gnawed at him. He left the meeting early, making excuses just so he could get home to you. The mansion was too quiet. When he entered normally, he could hear your music playing or you humming in the kitchen. Today there was nothing but silence. When he called out, loosening his tie as he climbed the stairs, holding takeout from your favorite restaurant and flowers, apology gifts, but no response. The bedroom door was ajar, and something about it sent a chill down his spine. Inside, he saw it immediately. The note on his pillow, your wedding ring glinting in the lamplight. For a moment, his brain refused to comprehend it. Then he picked up the note. No, no, no. He dropped the takeout, his phone shaking. As he tried to call you, each attempt went straight to the voicemail. Panic consumed him. He checked the room. Your suitcase was gone, clothes missing from the drawers, your toiletries gone from the bathroom. You had left him, but why? You had texted this morning saying you feel better. What changed? He dialed Jimin with shaking hands. Get every man we have on the street. Wine is gone. What? Gone where? She left. Jungkook's voice cracked. Her ring is here. She has gone. He couldn't breathe, the panic choking him. I am on it. Jimin's voice was steady. Jungkook sank onto the bed, a ring clutched tightly in his fist. Trying to call you again, voicemail over and over. Then the hospital, it had to be something at the hospital. He used his connections and barely veiled threats to get the information. Mrs. John's test results show she's pregnant, sir. About 8 weeks along, both mother and baby are healthy. The phone slipped from his hand and hit the floor. Pregnant, you were pregnant and you had run. The pieces fell together. You must have heard him talking to Jimin, saying he hated kids. Oh God, he whispered, collapsing onto the bed. You thought he wanted to take your baby away, but it wasn't that at all. It was his fear, his trauma. He was terrified of failing the child just like he had failed his mother. But you didn't understand. You only heard rejection, not his fear. His mind spun. I have to find her, he said, standing up with desperation in his eyes. He started calling everyone he knew, every contact he had, from hospitals to security footage to airports, but you had vanished. 2 months later, Mingyu's apartment was warm, filled with sunlight and the familiar scent of jasmine tea. You had found work at a small bookstore nearby, managing to hide your growing belly beneath oversized sweaters. At 3.5 months pregnant, your belly was more noticeable now. The doctor you had found in Busan said both you and the baby were healthy, but every day was a battle, wanting to call Jungkook but knowing you couldn't risk it. You had turned your phone back on after 2 weeks, but what you found nearly shattered you. 53 missed calls, 100 more. Then the messages started. Angry at first, then desperate, then heart-wrenching. I love you. Please just tell me you're okay. You couldn't listen to them. You deleted the voicemails after hearing one, his voice wrecked with pain, pleading for you to come back. It broke you. But you couldn't go back. He didn't want kids. He had made that clear. Your baby, your precious child deserved to be wanted, not abandoned. You stayed away. You protected your baby, but the ache of missing Jungkook never spotted. One evening after work, you rounded the corner to Minji's building and froze. A black car, expensive and out of place in this modest neighborhood, sat outside, and leaning against it, looking like a man. He looked like he hadn't slept in weeks. His usually perfect appearance was disheveled. His clothes hung loose, his hair unkempt, his face drawn with exhaustion, but it was his eyes that stopped you in your tracks. When he saw you, his expression crumbled. Despair, relief, and something else he couldn't name flashed across his face. Fine, he whispered, his voice raw. The baby's okay, you both okay. You instinctively placed a hand on your stomach, your protective instinct kicking in. Don't, you said sharply, don't come near us. Us? He repeated, his voice cracking. His knees buckled slightly, and he steadied himself against the car. You're really pregnant. You kept our baby. Of course I kept our baby. The words exploded from you, raw and furious. What did you think I would do? Did you think I would just get rid of her because you don't want kids? No, Jungkook shouted, his eyes wild. When you don't understand, you didn't hear the whole truth. You heard my fear, my trauma, but not my heart. Then tell me, you were crying now, all the anger and pain from the last 2 months spilling out. Tell me the truth because all I heard was that our baby wasn't wanted. Our baby is everything, he pleaded, dropping to his knees in front of you. Our baby is precious. I'm terrified, Vine. Terrified of failing her. I was 7 when they killed my mother, and I couldn't protect her. I swore I'd never let anyone I loved suffer like that. Jungkook's voice broke, his entire body trembling. I have been living in fear, thinking my enemies could hurt our baby, but I would never hurt her. I would never hurt you. You felt your heart crack seeing him like this, broken, vulnerable, a man undone by his own trauma. But you knew now that his fear was never about rejecting your baby. It was about protecting you both from the world that had once broken him. I have done everything, he said, holding up papers. I'm out of the organization. I left everything that didn't matter, and now all that matters is you and our baby. Tears flowed down his face as he reached out gently, placing his hand on your stomach. I'm so sorry, Vine. I was wrong. I'm terrified, but I promise our baby is loved. She is precious, and I will protect both of you. Thank you for watching.